Welcome back to the OpenAI Associate Developer course. In this session, we're going to explore the Logit bias configuration property. This property provides a powerful way to influence the probability of specific tokens being selected in the AI's response. The Logit bias property allows you to modify the likelihood of specific tokens appearing or being excluded from the generated AI completion. It accepts a JSON object that maps token IDs to an associated bias value ranging from -100 to +100. Note, we will learn how to get the token IDs for the Logit bias configuration property in the next lesson. For now, understand that the following rules apply to the Logit bias property. Positive values increase the likelihood of the token being selected. Negative values decrease the likelihood of the token being selected. Extreme values, 100 or -100, can force the token to be selected or banned entirely. The primary purpose of Logit bias is to give you finer control over the AI's responses by adjusting the probabilities of certain tokens. This can be particularly useful in scenarios where you want to 1. Promote specific responses. This increases the chance of certain tokens to ensure specific words or phrases are included. 2. Avoid unwanted tokens. This decreases the likelihood of certain tokens to prevent inappropriate or irrelevant content. 3. Fine-tune outputs. Here, you tailor the model's output to better align with specific requirements or preferences. Let's take a look at how to incorporate the Logit bias property into your OpenAI configuration object. First, we need to identify the token IDs for the words we want to apply our bias towards. In our example, we'll set up Logit bias as follows. Logit bias token 1462 value -50, token 7079 has value -75, token 14154 value 50, token 1818 value 50, token 256 value 75. In this example, tokens with lower values are less likely to be included in the AI's response, and tokens with higher values are more likely to be included in the AI's response. By adjusting the Logit bias property, you can directly influence the content of the AI's responses. This is particularly useful for ensuring that certain terms are included or excluded and tailoring the AI's output to better fit your needs. Here are some points to keep in mind when using the Logit bias property. Balance. Use moderate bias values to gently nudge the model rather than forcing specific outcomes, which can lead to unnatural responses. Token IDs. Ensure you accurately identify the token IDs to apply the biases towards. Testing. Experiment with different bias values and tokens to understand their impact on the generated content. In summary, the Logit bias property is a powerful tool for fine-tuning the AI's responses by adjusting the probabilities of specific tokens. By leveraging this property, you can better control the output and ensure it aligns with your specific needs and preferences. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to get the token IDs of the words we want to include in our Logit bias configuration property. Stay tuned, and let's continue enhancing our AI-powered applications together.